Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are hurtling, dare I say hurtling, towards a war on Oyo. Assuming nobody gets there first. But I don't think anybody's going to get there first. I think I've got other ambitions as well. I was thinking about grabbing Kongo, and then starting colonizing these areas that way, since we're pretty much done with colonization up here. I started colonizing Tibesti, but that's neither here nor there. Grabbing this chunk of Chad would also be useful in terms of getting me access to... well, actually, I would need to grab 2 parts of Borneo to get access to Bagirmi, but getting a border with Wadai would also be facilitate future conquests that way. So we got a lot going on. We're finishing some of this government admin, which is useful. Alright. 10.8. Going for the Protectorate will be 14.6. So we actually do need to wait just a hair longer, just to make sure that gets down. I also reduced subject payments for Peru, Bolivia, because I don't feel like the cash matters all that much compared to getting ready to annex them. So we're just getting our infamy down a little bit. We're actually getting a pretty significant... Oh no, not that much. I thought it said 44% under influence, but it's only 4%. Alright, we are at 10.4. 14.6. Just need... Alright. Oh, yo. You're coming with me. Spain is likely to intervene, but I'm not worried about that. Oyo attitude worsened. Well, nobody's shocked by that, I suppose. I can't improve relations. What is our actual relationship? It's only neutral, so I should be able to get things up with them. Why? Now, why are we over in infamy? We shouldn't be over in infamy. Alright, we're back down. Alright, beautiful. So, Oyo has very little force to offer here. I think if Spain doesn't get involved, I actually don't even need to raise conscripts. If Spain gets involved, I'll raise conscripts. The Raj is in another aristocratic revolt. Gosh, just everything over there. It's everything. The Army of Florida seems to live in Great Britain now. I'm going to manually move them back to Florida. I'm hoping that gets them where they're supposed to be. Force comparison here is rock solid, so I'm not super worried. Let's get this going. And we'll see how the world reacts to this. So yeah, so I think Spain is very likely to step in. And if that happens, then that happens. Perhaps I'll raise the conscripts just of the Army of Observation and the Army of Florida. This is going to cost me a pretty penny, but again, if Spain doesn't do anything, we'll be just fine. And maybe I'll throw the Army of Florida on the front as well. And then we'll leave other armies in the United States. Siam aligns with the Anglo-Indian aristocratic revolts, which is not shocking. Honestly, I'm surprised that more countries in the area aren't doing that. My goodness. Great Britain, what are you doing, breaking chunks off of Persia like that? Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. What is happening here? Azerbaijani uprising. Alright, yeah, you do that, Great Britain. Spain says they got a reason to do it, but they're not doing it. Oh, Britain has declared neutrality. Oh, that's not great. I forgot you can kind of get out of diplomatic plays that way. And Spain has decided not to bother. So that means everything will be good to go. So we'll be done with this pretty quick. Pretty fast. After that, I'm looking at other options. I'm thinking about infamy reducing Honduras's autonomy, just to get that knocked out and ready to go. And then I'm looking at other options. I do want to take over Segu. And I do eventually want to grab the rest of Volta from France. I think we're definitely moving in the direction of war with France. But it's not going to be soon. It's not necessarily going to be soon. I shouldn't say it's not going to be soon. I'm not looking for it to be soon. Let me put it that way. Alright. Just waging a couple of battles here. A war in Johor, you say? I'm easy on that. Alright, so now I haven't taken over all of Oyo because they have a little bit of territory over here. So... that said, does it actually... no, I don't think it makes sense to actually naval invade them. The war is going to be functionally over by the time that happens. So we're just going to let this go. Nicaraguan attitude worsened. Well, that's not great. I don't love that. Wow, peace acceptance for them is really, really low. Maybe I should have naval invaded. It's okay. What is the Atlantic Fleet doing all the way over here? Also, you need another leader. How about this guy? George Dewey. He seems good. Experienced naval commander, persistent, and brave. Yeah, he seems good. Get this man a rear admiral. Admiralty? Admiralty? Put him on a boat. Put him on a boat and tell everyone they need to care about him. I should build up stuff in Costa Rica. Oh, Costa Rica has pretty low standard of living and really low population as well. Let me see. What's going on here? I think we can definitely... there's definitely arable land. I feel like dye plantations are the thing to do here. Beautiful. Oil in Mato Grosso. Yeah, let's do some dye plantations. Dye plantations are ideal. Alright, and now we will commence with the knowledge sharing and the improving relations. My usual game plan when I take over a country is to give them information, is to explain what I want from them, and then to try to make them happy. So, Venezuela is still going down in Liberty Desire. I will reduce subject payments at some point with them. Honduras is defiant, interestingly. That's quite curious. So can I infamy reduce autonomy? Yes, but they might say no. It'd also be 4.8, which I don't necessarily want. Let me look at my list of vassals, because one of the advantages of using infamy to do it is that you don't, the other vassals don't increase in Liberty Desire. Actually, Benin I might be able to get away with. On the other hand, conquering Kongo would be 7 infamy, so I want to wait on that. Rubber Rush in Windward Coast. This place seems to be most effective. Peru, Bolivia. Why are you damaging relations? Why are you rebellious? Oh, a bunch of them changed attitudes when I got infamous for a minute. I don't know why that infamy thing is not accurate. I feel like that should have been accurate. And there's Trench Works. Beautiful. Alright, so we are going to upgrade all units. That's going to turn our skirmish infantry into trench infantry. And trench infantry is really, really strong. Oil in Amazonas, very good. Am I knowledge sharing with all my puppets in the Central American region? I am. I still want to grab El Salvador. Conquer for 11.3 infamy, but it's quite a bit of infamy. And again, I'm trying to keep my infamy low for, among many other reasons, the fact that high infamy makes your vassals unhappy with being your vassal, and you don't want vassals to be unhappy with being your vassal, because that's just a great way to lose out and goof up. Pressure sides with Mecklenburg about something that I have no interest in. We need coal mines. That's another thing I've got some of available in Costa Rica. So let's build ourselves... I don't know what's going on with that. I think that's just a fail indicator. Let's build a couple railways just to make sure that we're not completely outrunning the country's ability to support this many buildings. What can we build up in Venezuela? I know Venezuela has oil, but I don't know that oil is necessarily useful to us. Maybe a couple of rubber plantations? Yeah, I think we need to, let me take a quick look at our tech situation. Do we have any society things that are, like, almost done that I can get a little faster on here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so that's fine. So with malaria prevention, we can get colonizing really, really fast, and that'll be nice. I also seem to have outrun my need for bureaucracy. I also realized something, which is... I kind of goofed up doing censorship because now I can't do guaranteed liberties. So we're going to take advantage of this situation to move towards secret police. And that's going to make the petit bourgeois happy, which in turn is going to give me a ton of extra bureaucratic capacity. Maybe I should increase my institutions. The government is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding government. On the other hand, I could just keep doing what I'm doing. Let me see. I've got a few colonies running here. Again, I could colonize the Kongo region, but I'm going to take over Kongo, and then that's going to make that easier. In fact... Well, actually, I need to keep my development plan rolling. Building up some stuff in Venezuela. What does Peru, Bolivia have from a resources perspective? Some rubber, some oil, gold. Very nice. Definitely going to build up a gold mine where I can. Oh my goodness, there's 10 levels of gold mines in Antofagasta. And not enough infrastructure to support them either. So we're definitely going to build that up. Heck yes. I'm going to throw these railways all the way in the beginning. That's going to take a long time, but it's going to be worth it. Let's see. One there. No gold mine capacity here. Any in La Paz? Fully built out already. Four here. And need a railway as well. Wow. I should have done an infrastructure pass in Peru, Bolivia, just generally, because a lot of these states need more infrastructure. And of course, there's Mato Grosso, which was previously a Brazilian state. Alright, so that should be fine. Let me quickly throw those other railways at the top to make sure that I'm building up enough capacity to get done the things I want to get done, and then that'll be fine. We are nearly there. A Hagar diplomatic play. Well, that's a shame. We'll send the 5th Army to deal with it. I don't think anyone's going to get involved in this. I think, yeah, nobody Who now remembers Ahagar? Hey, we're in study already. Wonderful. So secret police is going to cost us some additional bureaucracy, but we have tons because because doing the secret police thing made the petite bourgeoisie very pleased. Hopefully they won't be petitioning more anytime soon. And then we can all have happiness in various areas. This guy's a social democrat, George Fuller. I could get him in control of the rural folk if I wanted. That might help with proportional taxation. In fact, that might actually be the way to go. I think I'm going to do that. Let me take a quick look at how the money lines up. Because proportional is going to be plus 22k. Graduated is going to be a big reduction. That's really interesting. Gold depleted in Cajamarca. Well, that won't make me mad because I don't know where Cajamarca is. Another uprising in Tuat. Well, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that. I need to get down in infamy a little bit anyway, because I'm going after Kongo. Although, okay, hold on. Let me double check this. It's 7.1 now. Alright, so I need to wait a little, just a hair longer, just a bit longer. Alright, so now we're at 17.8. So if I add 7.1, that should put me at 24.9. Let me see if this is just me being bad at stuff or if this is a bug. Ew, France and Spain will likely side with them. Interesting. Maybe I'll give that another minute. Let me just get done with these wars first. Wow. Immediately on to voting, huh? That's bananas. The people must really want secret police. Oh, Italy got formed. Hello. I didn't know you had been formed. Vittorio Emanuele de Savoia. So that's the War in the Mud event. Heavy use of trenches in American Sahara by Theodore Thayer has turned the land into a blasted hellscape. The stalemate cannot last forever, but it's not clear what the best way forward is. Have you been there in the trenches? It's less lonely than you think. You have friends everywhere. The rats will be with you day and night, and even when your mates die, they'll stay right there with you, just down below in the mud. Must entrench further, extra devastation, and Thayer gets trench rat. We can't let our defenses stagnate, extra progress for defense in depth. I'm going to go for defense in depth. The other things are just temporary debuffs to the area, but I don't need to necessarily worry about that. And then this war is going to kick off. That's capitulation. I guess I didn't need to send another army there after all. They're guaranteed by both these countries. Still, I think... Oh! So that's the end of the Spectre haunting the world. Whether through the trust of our people or the truncheons of our soldiers, the United States of America has emerged unbroken from the wave of socialist agitation that threatened it. They still saw the pamphlets sometimes. Decayed paper corpses trapped in the gutters, caked in soot and mud. Bold red and black ink abraded by rough stones and rougher footsteps. The police hadn't bothered to pick them up, viewing them as an affront to their gloves, or perhaps realizing that their fallen remnants made more of a statement than their complete disappearance. A triumph for all USA. Extra loyalists from standard of living increases, reduced political strength of laborers. 2% of upper and middle strata pops become more loyal and +5 legitimacy for 5 years, or things will never be the same. Same penalty to laborer political strength. Fewer loyalists. Extra support for secret police and militarized police. Extra loyalists on the upper strata. I'm going to go with the first one. I love legitimacy, and I love having extra loyalists from standard of living increases. So, you know, we'll just do that. We'll just keep doing that. Are you going to the front? Please tell me you're going to the front. Yeah, they're on their way. Alright, should be fine. Alright. Although, actually, I've just had an idea. And that idea is, I can do a mass mobilization right now, and then have part of my army actually mobilized as before getting this diplomatic play kicked off, if I'm smart. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. In anticipation of French and Spanish opposition, I'm going to do a mass mobilization. Have I got my options selected? Yes, I have. All right, beautiful. No, I have not. That's okay. They'll be fine. They're fine. They'll be fine. There's a small armies, it won't be an issue. Great Britain offers us a bankroll if we back them in the diplomatic play against Johor. Let's see. Well, Johor has got France in it. Yeah, absolutely. What does that mean for me? I could still do that. But in this case, so this is going to change things. Let's throw the Army of Observation on this front with France. We'll throw the Army of Florida over here. Let's see. We'll have the 4th Army over here. Actually, no. I want to leave the Army of Observation at home. I want to send the regular army to fight the French. So we'll put them here on what I see as the main front. Where is Johor right now? Over here. Alright. So we'll see where French troops wind up. For now, we'll take the Atlantic Fleet. I'm going to use the Atlantic Fleet for defense for now. Now that we're fully mobilized. And that's Secret Police. Wow! We aced Secret Police. We got Secret Police immediately. Alright, so here we are moving forward on this front. This shouldn't be too much of an affair. France has got armies moving. Let's see where they go. Oil in Missouri. Very good. Alright, there's the war with Tuat finished. You're going there. That should be fine. No, I want you over here. Susan B. Anthony wants protected speech. Well, what a delight. Australia wants to give us investment rights. You're a Dominion. No thank you. I don't necessarily need investment rights in you right now, Australia. Alright. 19th French Army is on its way to the main front. Alright. Excellent. Regular Army is on its way over. Army of Observation is in the process of mobilizing. Well, I'm glad we raised those conscripts, because this is a heck of a fight we're kicking off. If I engage with Kongo right now, that might bring Spain in, but I would love to be in a truce with France when I start this thing. Plus, it would let me get my infamy down a bit, which I would be completely pleased with. Well, gosh, we sure are building a lot of gold mines. Let me take a... Nope, no thank you. So, I think a bunch of states in Peru, Bolivia are quietly short on infrastructure, so I'm going to... Oh, right. I can go to steam trains and steel passenger carriages. That was smart. I should have remembered to do that. So smart. Again, game is going a little slow. Alright, so a bunch of these places are low because we're short on convoys. But let's look at the infrastructure numbers. Alright, Ica needs a railway. Cajamarca. Amazonas is going to take forever to build up. Accra, yeah, you're okay. Arequipa. Tarapacá. Potosi. Santa Cruz, yeah, that's fine. La Paz and Mato Grosso. And that should be fine. That should be fine in terms of development for now. I think after that we'll probably stop developing those for now. Just see where we're going with that. I think the 5th American Army needs to be over here to stop a French advance over here into Sierra Leone, which will expose the rear of Libya. To arms. Alright, so hopefully we can get some fast expansion over here. We've got a bunch of events. Arming natives. We discovered that our rivals in Spain have been arming the Nama natives in American Namakland. This is likely to impede our efforts to conquer the region. The Nama natives have never truly welcomed our presence, but without the means to mount a truly effective resistance, we've paid little heed to their objections. The addition of Spanish munitions into the addition of Spanish musicians. They've got music. The addition of Spanish munitions into the equation comes the frightening possibility that we must face them on equal terms. We should de-escalate, reduce colonial growth, or if they want to fight, they'll get one. I'm going to say if they want to fight, they'll get one. Political migration. The rich and unstable political environment of the United States of America has proven attractive to political exiles and stateless people who have begun to congregate in the coffee houses of Washington. Oh, Washington, you flawed yet fiery jewel, where else could one see 3 different demonstrations than a 5 minutes walk? They're welcome to join the sea of voices. 5% increased radicals from standard of living decreases. Pedro Serrano shows up, and extra prestige. Or these people make a mockery of the USA, reduce prestige, reduce radicals from standard of living decreases. I'm inclined to go with the first one. Let's see what Pedro Serrano is about. He's an armed forces Democrat? Absolutely. And then finally, capital interests. The interests of the petite bourgeoisie in the lucrative hardwood trade with Great Britain has led them to align themselves with the American-British Fellowship. Does the increased volume not permit for more risk? Quite the opposite. When a deluge of money enters one's pockets, one becomes predisposed to mania. An extra coin to a waiter, a formerly shocking fee paid off with a smile. If one is not careful, one ceases to look at their ledgers. They pay more than they ever did, and this is the road to ruination. An excellent point. Will it justify the deployment of warships? It had better. If it doesn't, perhaps a donation will. A toast to our prosperity, or our relationship remains strictly transactional. You know, I'm going to say our relationship remains strictly transactional because weakening the petite bourgeoisie, paradoxical as that might seem, is actually good for us. We lost occupation here. We had some occupation, then we lost it. Okay, Liberia is actually not involved, so this army is going there. And this French army is going who knows where. I have no idea where they're on their way to. Alright, but if we can... Actually going to send this army eastward to come up on the rear of this army that I see as the main army. And then the 5th American Army is, of course, on its way there. And if the enemy can't press inward in those areas, then we'll be able to just sweep the thing, which would be really nice. Britain's conquered Johor as well, so that should be just fine. This whole thing might end without too much of a problem. Force comparison here is rock solid. Battle has happened. We've moved forward on the front. We've moved forward on the front here. Battle is about to get started. Lanfang is in default, but that's not any of my business. Let's go ahead and throw a few more ports into the United States. In the mid-Atlantic area. I don't know if South Carolina still counts as the mid-Atlantic, but you know. Because we're getting a little short on convoys over here. I don't wish to invest in you, Canada. Something, something, Faustian bargain. I'm going to send this army over to this zone, and this army, the 4th American Army, over to here. This French army is cut off, though, so I don't think they'll be able to actually do all that much. Bad battle going on there, but force comparison's looking a lot better soon. Well, a bunch of people want protected speech, so I guess me passing secret police was the right call. Let's bump up home affairs for a bit. they're going to take the West Indies, and they're going to humiliate the French. That's interesting. Bunch of naval invasions happening, so France isn't really able to go anywhere, which is fine. I definitely want to go after France eventually, if for no other reason than to grab Volta, which is already an American state. But this war seems pretty close to... Oh no, France needs to... They want to actually fight France in this. All right, so that's fine. I actually need these ports more than I need cash, so I'm going to throw those in at the top. I'm going to put a few gold mines up at the top, but I think it's more important to get those convoys. Oil in Montana, that's fine. Because my convoy situation is a little rough. And ports are produce 175 convoys per level, so that should be just fine. Armies are all on their way to visit a location. I'm going to actually grab the Army of Observation and try myself at... No, the Army of Observation is the only army defending the home country. I'm going to grab the 4th American Army and try my hand at a little naval invasion. But my navy seems to have lost a fellow. I need another fellow. Let me see, both these guys align with the petite bourgeoisie. He's cautious, he's arrogant. As commander, extra command limit. As commander, reduce morale loss. Alright, we'll go with you. Alright, so that's Johor beaten, and now we're talking about just fighting the French. Regular army... Is there a real front I can get to somewhere? That's got something going on at all? No? Okay. Oh, no, there is. Hold up. Hold up. We have landed in France. Excellent. So we'll grab the 5th American Army as well.